Recording. All right. So first segment is the introduction, and I guess I'll lead it off. And here we go.
Yeah, I'll just flow off of you.
Don't look at the camera. We'll look at each other. And boom. Terry.
Shawn.
What's up, man?
Nothing.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
I'm okay. We put our first video out.
Yep. Hope everybody liked it.
I have some critiques about it, but that's okay.
Yeah, we do.
You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to put the time thing up. Recording. Okay, here we go again. And Terry, what's up, dude?
What's up, Shawn?
Yeah, I'm just ready to record a video with my best friend in criminal activity.
That's right.
Oh man, hold on a second.
What's up, Shawn?
What's up, Terry?
Not much, man. Just hanging out.
We're trying to film a 5-minute introduction to our first, not first video, our first like real video.
Yeah, it'll be technically our third video.
But our real video, where it's like actually talking about topics and discussions, not fucking
Winging it
like we've been doing. So anyway, so I'm Shawn.
And I'm Terry.
We've known each other for quite a few years here, and so we've been discussing the topic of Bigfoot, cryptids, paranormal, ghosts, all sorts of stuff like that. Terry, what got you into Bigfoot?
I would probably say that Leonard Nimoy in Search Of, that very first video where you hear that, I guess that vocalization. That and
what vocalization did you hear? Because Leonard Nimoy, because you have to bear with us here. Like there might be a younger audience. Who the hell is Leonard Nimoy?
Leonard Nimoy was Spock.
What the hell is a Spock? Is that
from
like
Star Trek?
Star Trek. Oh,
yeah,
the nerd. The pointy ears.
Spock.
Flying through space.
He used to do this show. I'm old. In the 70s, there was a show called In Search Of. And Leonard Nimoy was the host of it. Yes. Yeah, I mean, he was on camera. But there was one solidly nothing but about Bigfoot. And then there was this one howl and scream that was on that show that it stuck with me, and I was probably 5 or 6 years old.
Was that the howl they used in the? There was a movie with the Mountain Men, or in the.
No, it was somewhat close to what was in Legend of Bayou Creek.
Oh, that
real like when you had the bullfrogs, and then you had that howl back in the woods or whatever.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning of Legend of Bayou Creek, it was kind of like that. And then after that, then it was the Patty video. Once I saw that, and then I could not, and you had those book fairs at school.
Yeah.
If there was a Bigfoot book, I ordered it. Yeah, and
so
everything.
You were in immediately.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was hooked.
Hooked.
Yeah, within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, there's something to be said about like something that draws you to something. Like they call it attraction, of course. What it is, something that attracted you to that Bigfoot thing. So there was nothing that happened earlier in your life that
no, there was no experiences. There was no nothing. It was just that visceral body response that I got from that howl that just sent chills through my body.
I would say there's something to be said about that, because when you hear or see something that just that's unexplainable, you're intrigued by it, and you might that feeling might overtake you a little bit on certain aspects. But
how about you?
I've always kind of had an open mind. I think my first experience into anything weird or paranormal had to be when I was 5 or 6. Something weird happened. I saw something in the shadows, and I can't quite explain it. I can get into that deeper later on, but as I grew up, I found out my mom was way into Bigfoot too. She loved Bigfoot. She was pretty involved in the community, and if I mention names, some of the people that may be watching might even recognize your name. But there's always been some aspect of paranormal in my family, and I've always had an extremely open mind. And my mom, my uncles, everybody, they've always been extremely into paranormal stuff. But a certain thing that got me into Bigfoot, at least cryptids, was the Patterson-Gimlin film. Like a lot of people, you watch that and you're intrigued 100%.
That's something now. What is that now? 40-something years.
It's been a long time, and it's not in the.
And no one has, in my opinion, has definitely bunked that thing.
It's hard to debunk. I mean, people have tried to. People are like, oh, I was wearing a suit that day, but then...
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, like, you have to think, when it was filmed, what was it, 66? 67?
67, I think, if I remember correctly.
Planet of the Apes was high quality costumes in special effects at that time.
Yeah.
And then why would somebody put boobs on a Bigfoot?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, and you didn't even realize the boob thing until technology advanced enough to even see that there was breasts on this creature or whatever it was. And again, it's one of those things that just looks so cool, so interesting. It's like, what is this? So, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I think back then, when I was a kid, I thought it was just like another gorilla. And as another type of gorilla, and now as I've gotten older, I'm realizing there might be a little bit more to this than what we were originally led to believe. But let me ask you this: do you have any personal experiences? So you said when I asked you earlier, like, did anything get you? No, but you...
No, there was just the only personal experience that I had prior to what we will talk about in a bit was when I was at, our family ranch, and I would say this was probably maybe 20 years ago. We had a little game room that we had built onto the house. And whenever I would come back and spend the weekend with Mom and Dad, it used to be a game room. We turned it into, that's where I would stay. And I would always go out the back door, take a piss. And there was one night,
relatable,
I was standing there, had the door propped up against my back, sitting there taking a piss, and then I hear what sounds just like the Ohio howl. That famous oh! I got chills just talking about it. I immediately shut the door, went back in the house, didn't even think about staying out there to listen to anything else. It was just an immediate response: get inside, get safe.
Where did this happen when you heard that?
That was in Morgan Mill. Just 12 miles north of Stephenville, right off of 281.
Stephenville, Texas.
And
you were how old again?
I was probably 30.
30 years
32.
Old? Oh, you're 30. So
that's
you're
what I said.
30s.
I'm old, so like I said, 20 years ago.
Man, you said 20, I was like thinking 10.
You see the
15.
gray? You see the gray?
I got some grays popping up.
Right there.
I say 20 years ago, I'm a kid. So.
I'm still thinking 20 years ago was 1999.
Yeah.
No. I was probably early 30s, and it was one of those things where it just... I wanted to go inside. It was just an immediate response.
Yeah,
and it was like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I knew what I just heard, but it was the oddest thing. Is like my family had been on that ranch since 1874.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Going out deer hunting every single night, morning.
And no one ever
ever said anything about it.
Well, your brother's also into Bigfoot. So what got him into Bigfoot?
He was never a woodsman, you would say. He never went deer hunting. He never did all that stuff.
So he wasn't outdoorsman or anything like that.
No, but he was still into Bigfoot like I was because of the same two things, that In Search of, the Patty. He still believed all that stuff, but he wasn't. I was more of an outdoorsman. He wasn't.
Has your brother ever told you about any personal experiences that he's had?
Not one, and I've told him about that. He's like, I've never heard anything about like that before.
Interesting, yeah. Because Stephenville, there's and even like 5-6 years ago, you can find reports of that stuff that happened in Stephenville.
Yeah. There's I think the BFRO has a report of a road crossing in between Stephenville and Hyco on Highway 281.
Right.
And where I heard it come from was to the north of me.
Right.
Which you start getting into that Lipan Santo area where there's been more other sightings because the Brazos is.
Well, it's interesting because you're not exactly far from the city, but you're also not in deep woods. And
Stephenville's 15,000 people. I mean, we are dead center between Stephenville and the interstate.
It might be kind of on the rural side, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. There's nothing but ranches.
I don't know if rural... There's a certain population that counts as rural.
Oh, it's rural. It's rural. I mean, like Morgan Mill, 300 people.
And so you're not deep... People think you can only see these things deep in the woods.
What it is it's ranches. It's cattle ranches.
Where they hide, you wonder, you know what I mean? Like, where... Like, say there's like a population... There's got to be one or two, at least...
You can easily hide. There's so many little bitty tributaries. I mean, the Paluxy River was our property line, was Paluxy River. and you can walk the Paluxy River, because the Paluxy River where we were at, you were up top and you were 15 feet below where the river bottom was. Yeah. You can walk the river bottoms but not see anything.
And that's like a highway. Almost.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You travel there through night. You can get around anywhere, whether it be a Bigfoot or a person or even an animal.
But other than that, I mean, that was the only personal experience I ever had. And like I said, whenever I had it, it was. They always talk about that fright and flight.
Yeah,
I flew like a hummingbird on cocaine. So I was back inside and I was done.
You were in that level of primordial.
Oh yeah, man! I grabbed my little pacifier. I was sitting on the couch, rocking back and forth.
At 30,
mama.
You lived up there this entire time and never had anything that happened, or never saw anything, never heard anything.
Yeah, I mean, there would be a few times I'd go deer hunting, but it's one of those things you don't know if your mind is making, because you're walking in the dark, and so you start thinking, oh, what if something came out here?
Anything.
And so, every once in a while I would go to my deer stand and I would get that odd little feeling.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if that's me putting it on me or if there was something out there.
Right.
Whenever I would deer hunt, never had anything strange that I would say, ooh, that was weird. Never.
You're just having a creepy moment.
Never. It was just that one time.
Yeah. You can do that. That can happen to you in the middle of the city too. It doesn't have to be in the woods, but
that was it. What about yourself? I know you said you had plenty.
You know what? Yeah, I've plenty of personal experiences as far as like paranormal goes. If I had to say anything that had to go with like cryptid as far as Bigfoot goes, I think which I mentioned earlier tonight, just earlier in this video, earlier today. When I was a kid.
Put it right here. Never mind.
Oh, the man lost his vape.
I got it. We're good. Continue.
He's like, "Where's my vape? Oh, it's in my hand. Here it is. It was here the entire time."
It was.
Who would have thought it was in my hand? Anyway, good. Continue your story, even though I asked
you. Go ahead.
I think what I saw was like probably a juvenile Bigfoot, and it's hard to say because
Where was this?
Arkansas.
Where in Arkansas?
I was so young I cannot remember. My church, we used to go on this every fall season we would go on this trip somewhere, whether it be
a little church group.
Yeah. Every fall season we would go, and there was two places we'd go to in Arkansas, and I don't know if it was Lost Valley Lake Resort or if there was this other place in Arkansas. However, I'm gonna just for the story, I'm gonna say it was Lost Valley Lake Resort. You feel better?
Yeah, I do.
You feel good?
I'm good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'm glad. Anyway, I'm Gasquatch. It's Gasquatch coming out. It's gas coming out. I like to think it was Lost Valley Lake Resort. So anyway, I was a little kid, and we used to call our friend, my other church friends, we used to call our friend Cat. I don't know why. She didn't look like a cat or whatever, but she assumed this personality of a cat that attacks, and not a cat that's cool and lazy, and it's like my cat over here, which you probably can't see off camera. But
he's chilling like a
he's chilling. He's like, I'll attack you later when you're sleeping and your feet are moving on the blankets. He's looking at it.
He's a black cat.
Yeah, he's a black cat. You know how they are. They're little shits. But anyway, so we're all running around playing. It was kind of like tag, but the only person that was Randy, who was cat.
Okay.
And so I remember all the kids running off, and I look over on the side of the cabin. There was this a floodlight, and then there was a silhouette about the same height as me. And I don't know how tall I was when I was 9 or 10. I don't even remember how old I was when I was just. I just know I was a little kid. So this thing, whatever it is the same height as me, but it could see its head was perfectly round.
No peak.
No, nothing. Just perfectly round, but it was like messy hair. And Randy, she was about my same height too, but she had one of those at the time, bowl cuts, even for girls were in style. She had a bowl cut, but her hair was always just perfect bowl. And as round as this head was, it still had messy hair. And I was staring intently, and I was like, "Randy, is that you?" Everybody else had run off at this point.
Was this like peering from behind a building, or
on the side of the building? So like, let's say this is the side of the building, and there's a light right here.
Yeah.
It was right here on the side of the building, and I'm standing.
So it's like out in the open.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like looking around. So it's just standing there.
Yeah, your Bud Light can is me.
Okay.
And
so it's standing here.
It's like Bud Light can is me, side of the building, It's right here.
Okay.
We're probably no more than 10 feet away from each other, but I could not see anything about this. I just saw the silhouette. And I was like, Randy, is that you? And to my right, there was like a couple of trees, but there's no deep woods. Matter of fact, I remember the layout, the setup of this place. The cabin that I was, the way I was facing, there was a road behind. There's like a little small tree line, but you could see through the trees to see the road that led into the cabins. No deep woods at all. And I'm looking at this, whatever this thing is in front of me, and I'm thinking it's one of my friends. I'm thinking it's Randy.
Yeah.
And I'm staring, and then it kind of makes like this little like movement, and it makes like a little grunting noise, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I turn to walk away, and Randy jumps out from behind a tree, like trying to scare me. And I just remember looking at her, and then looking back at this thing, whatever it is or whoever it is. And it doesn't move. It's just standing there. And I was like, I don't remember her looking at it. I didn't tell her what something was over there for some reason. I was like, hey, let's go back with everybody else. So we walk back, and I catch up with my other friends who are a little bit older than me. I'm young. I have older friends. All the other kids, I don't know where all the other kids went. And it could have been one of these other kids. But nobody had messy hair like this thing. Yeah. Right? And so I tell my other friends, I'm so weirded out by this. I tell my other friends, I'm like, hey, I saw something weird. Let's go check it out. And they're like, okay, cool. I tried to tell my mom. I tried to tell everybody. And my mom was like, oh, no, it's your friend Caleb and his friend. And I was like, no, this is not Caleb. And I know my friend Caleb, and I asked him about it. And he was like, I don't remember doing anything like that. And we're little kids. You don't remember everything you're doing as kids. But this is just one thing. It wasn't him and his friend. It was one thing. And it was so perfectly in the dark that it was like it was trying to hide in the shadow. It was so weird. The weird vibe I got from this.
Well, like I said, if it's one of those juveniles, it could have heard y'all out there playing.
Watching a bunch of little kids the same size running around, but I don't even know how it would have snuck up right there. I mean, it would have had to got through the light somehow,
and then y'all are distracted playing.
Maybe, but still, I guess there was enough shadow to where. But this didn't line up with deep woods. It was like a road. It was like a thin, like you could kick a ball and it would go through the tree line and then be in the street. And there was woods everywhere else. Yeah. But however, right here where this thing had to have come from, because it didn't come from behind us, this person obviously, possibly couldn't. Yeah. There's just no way. And so my friends would walk out. My friend Gene, he had a little flashlight on his little, kids are or something, like Inspector Gadget kind of stuff. So we get over there and he shines his flashlight and then we see there's a tree stump right there, a tree stump, and nothing was there. Obviously, it was such amount of time that if it was a person or anybody, they could have ran off and never known who it was. Yeah. But I immediately went and got them, and we immediately went over there. I don't even say 2-3 minutes passed by, and I think that was like my first experience with a cryptid. However, I don't know what that was. However, there's so much weird stuff that happened. I mean, even at that place, there was allegedly that cabin actually that we were next to. My friends that were there, one of the friends that I got to go with me, they stayed in that cabin, and they had weird stuff happen to them where stuff was flying around the cabin. Oh wow! Yeah, I remember that, being a little kid and everything. But yeah, that's my personal experience. So you said your main personal experience, your big one happened in our video that we released.
Just yesterday,
the world premiere video of our
world premiere of Lone Star Supernaturals,
of our quickly edited,
low budget, lo-fi video that was going to take over the world.
Hey man, we're already at 33 subscribers.
We're 30. I mean, we're well on our way.
We're well on our way, man.
Discovery Plus is going to be knocking on our door.
Dude, they're probably. You know what? I didn't want to tell you this, but I saw Discovery Plus pop up on my email. I think they're already onto us.
Wow, well.
I think we're on the radar already. So, get ready. Move over Moneymaker.
Yeah, that's right.
And whoever else. Blackburn, Gerhard.
Yeah, well, I guess we should probably tell the people what brought us together to this immaculate union.
What did bring us together over this immaculate union?
What was that last word you said?
Immaculate
union. There you go.
We're going to find Bigfoot.
Yeah, we are.
We're
just stupid enough to do it.
We're going to find that guy.
Because he's going to feel sorry for us.
Yeah. Like, you guys are so stupid. You
can't
even say the word immaculate correctly.
That's right. I couldn't even spell it.
Yeah.
I-M-M.
Acculate.
Acculate.
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
Got it. So,
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah.
No, it was some video. No, it was something you posted on YouTube about, or not YouTube, on Facebook or something. Shout out to Thinker Thunker.
Yeah, Thinker Thunker, I think.
And it was something like that, and I immediately called you and was like, hold up. You believe in Bigfoot? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, do you? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And then I remember walking around the little swimming pool at the house, and we talked for like 30 minutes about everything. And you were telling me everything that happened in Missouri.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't have any of all that cool stories. I just believe.
Oh yeah. It doesn't stop at Bigfoot. It's just like there's so much weird stuff that happens.
This man is cursed.
Not me, the family.
Okay,
I'm fine. I'm fine. Although something did happen over here, like yesterday, and I was like, it's probably one of the cats. But then I was like, it's probably one of the cats. I was like,
I'm sure it was one of the cats.
It was a cat. Anyway, I'm going.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Let's go. Yeah. Oh, what just touched me? It was a cat.
But that was pretty much it. It was just some random Facebook post you made. And I was like, whoa.
And I recall thinking that I was in a private group and no one could see that. And I asked you, you saw that? Yeah, everybody could see it. I was like, what the?
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what it was that you had posted, but I was just like,
I think it was like I was in a heated argument with somebody. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then we spent like the next 15, 20 minutes talking about all of Thinker Thunker's videos, and then we started just talking about everything we thought Bigfoot could be.
Could be, yeah.
And I think that was. Well, it wasn't until maybe a year or so later till we started giving birth to this child.
Yeah, we started
right now.
We started coming up with this idea about a year and a half, 2 years after. No, dude.
It was probably a couple of years, maybe even more.
It was more than that because it was.
Time is flying. That was like.
It seems it doesn't.
That was
seem,
probably 5 years ago.
It doesn't seem like that long ago. It was about 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago.
And I think it had to have been because we finally if we look at the upload, our first uploaded video of our introduction.
Oh yeah. That was
2021, I think, or
you were
2020. No, it was 2021.
Yeah, it was 20.
We could easily go back and look.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. We'll figure that out after. We'll figure that out after this video is done.
We'll figure it out in post.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in post, and then we'll make another video about how we.
And then we'll make a 30-second video go. It was 2020.
Yeah, and then we'll just keep. Was it a YouTube short? Because that's a thing.
Yeah, it was post-COVID, wasn't it?
It was when we started getting back out because me and my
because I had just bought us our Bigfoot shirts.
Exactly, and then me and my girlfriend at the time.
Because you were living over there.
Yep, we were still together, and then we broke up not too long after that.
Because I showed up at your house drunk for that video.
We were both drunk for that video.
Yeah,
we originally wanted Jim Beam to be our sponsor. The plan was to have like product placement,
setting like this.
Yeah, like we're in the video. As you can see, if you go back and watch the very, very first video, you'll see the Jim Beam video.
Canceled right away because I'm drinking Bud Light.
Man, we're drinking whatever gets the job done. We don't care about that. We're apolitical here. We're two guys looking for Bigfoot in the woods. We don't care.
That's right.
We don't care. We don't care about that stuff.
No.
We're worried
we
about
ain't got time for that.
We need the real stuff that affects Americans, and that's whether or not Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot. That's what we're doing. Because that's what the cat agrees.
Man, the cat even chimed in. He was like, "Yeah." The
cat was like, "Yeah." That's
exactly like a Little John cat.
Wait, why is he a Little John cat? Because he's black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh wait, the black one's up there. What?
Oh.
What cat is that? No, I'm kidding. I have a couple kittens.
Anyway,
I was trying to make it. Anyway, back to the topic. Back to the topic. We gotta stay on schedule here, Terry. We can't keep.
Yes. So, anyways, so that was pretty much our short story. That's what brought us together.
Yeah, brought us together was just a thing on Facebook, and the cat won't shut up. So hopefully that's not ruining our video. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Hey, shut up!
Come here, kitty.
You look, you're so cute.
Come here, kitty.
Look at her. She is so cute.
Come here.
You know what?
Don't be a dickhead.
She'll make great Bigfoot bait when the time comes.
Oh yeah.
I'm raising these kittens for Bigfoot bait.
What we need to do is just like Boggy Creek. We need to get one of those prize shoats.
Yeah.
So Bigfoot can, grab them and take them over the fence.
We could do that.
I mean, what in the hell?
What in the hell?
Grab a 200-pound pig and just walk off in the woods like that?
Probably that creature. It's the creature.
So
Speaking of Boggy Creek, let's get to the video. Let's get to the video we shot earlier. Because
I gotta pee, though.
Some people, you gotta pee?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I could hit...
talk amongst yourself.
I could hit pause, but I don't want to do that.
So talk amongst yourself. You can lead into the Boggy Creek.
He's an old man, and, old men gotta pee, and so I guess I'll lead into Boggy Creek. So, we went to the Falk Fest in 2020. During COVID. Was it 2020 or 2021? I can't remember. It was the Falk Fest during the pandemic, and so they had some rules. There wasn't a whole lot of people there. Lyle Blackburn was there, obviously. Ken Gerhard did a Dogman presentation. That was our first time there. We went with my girlfriend at the time, his brother, and it would have been awesome. My mom was way into Bigfoot more than she was into anything else. Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts. It was all my mom. That's how my family was all into that stuff. And she passed away a few years ago, so she didn't get to see me go to Falk, Arkansas, which was what she wanted to do the most. But she was probably the main driver for me being into Bigfoot like I am, or maybe me being into anything like I am. But I feel like I was born with a very open mind, and as open-minded as my mom was, as much as she saw, she still was reluctant to believe certain things and to do certain things off of her belief. And so anyway, we went to our first Falk Fest, and we went to a few places. It was cool, it was fun. However, his brother and my girlfriend, they didn't seem like they were into it as much as we were. And we decided to wait another year and a half, 2 years. We finally went this year to Falk, Arkansas again. And at this point in time, I've met some more people. William Lunsford, great guy, love him to death. Awesome talker. We will have him on the show here in the future. We were actually supposed to meet up with him when we were in Falk, Arkansas. He was one of the Bigfoot groups we were supposed to meet up with. If you watched that first video. And Terry, you didn't put your phone on silent?
No.
We're recording and you didn't put your phone on silent? That's like the first rule.
I'm old.
That's the first rule of recording.
We're new at this.
You didn't put your phone on silent? You are... Dude, I need a new partner. I need a new partner.
Make up for it?
You know what? Good girl, swallow. You took my Bigfoot shot glass. It's whatever. Anyway, cheers everybody. We're going to take a quick shot. We'll be right back after these quick messages. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
I don't even remember where my phone is.
It's good. It's right! Terry,
it's right in front of me.
Terry, we're using it as our
timer that we haven't even paid attention to.
We haven't been paying attention. No, we're still on schedule.
Good.
We have our segment right now, right here, and we're trying to say. I skipped over a segment actually, and then we had to go back and get it.
We flipped one too.
No, I scribbled that out. I scribbled that one out.
Yeah, but we already talked about. We did personal experiences. Before.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I skipped because I scribbled that out, and then we went back.
We're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording, dude.
Hey, everybody.
27 minutes in, your phone was on, did a shot. I said we'll be right back with these short messages. I'm not going to do that. Oh, now you put it on silent.
There we go.
That's fine. Okay, so now we're...
It's just an email. Who emailed me?
Now we're on silent.
Wow.
A junk email.
Yep.
A junk email. That's how important interrupting our show, our segment was. Anyway.
Yeah, I so shoehorn in that thing, didn't
let's go back to our written down schedule here. Talk about video. I just spent all this time talking about how we even went to Falk, and now I caught them up to the video. So now we're in Falk, Arkansas.
Yes.
So let's skip ahead from let's go to the howling and then the hand mark in the tree.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we went to.
Wait, before you, the first year we went. We went to the same spot.
2021.
Yeah, okay, it was 2021.
We went there.
There was still pandemic stuff going on. That we went to the same spot that we in the video. We were there before.
Yeah, and that when we first went there, because it was, I mean, they were supposed to do a bus tour to take everybody around to these little hot spots where everything was.
Yeah.
And there was this area that was right on the Sulphur River, and they call it, there's a boat ramp, but it is the most the degree for the boat ramp to get into the river.
Almost 90 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, and then so I'm looking around, I'm like going, this is a hot spot? Because, I mean, I understand that it is in the wildlife management area that is a lot bigger than you think it is.
Right.
But it's one of those things, you're like, this? Because it's like a parking lot, and then right next to it is like this lake that people fish at, and people camp at, and it's like a camping ground, and everybody's like going, yeah, this is, I'm like, what could have possibly have happened here?
Yeah, but you're thinking of, like, back in the 50s, 60s, whenever the Boggy Creek thing happened, so it probably didn't look like that. And
at that time, people were saying that was like a hot spot, today.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in my mind going, how? Because I'm still thinking of Boggy Creek like the documentary. I'm still thinking of those backwoods. You're in the woods. You're in the.
You're so used to seeing that.
Yeah.
Where they shot. During the.
And so when somebody tells me to go and there's a boat ramp and there's cars parked all around, I'm not going. This?
Yeah.
So that's where we were 2 years ago.
I think that, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that's like a big problem where people think that your encounters always have to happen deep in the woods. Where one of my encounters, which we can get into later, which we were going to the spot that had happened earlier, but it's just too hot. That we're not far from downtown Fort Worth. No. Barely a 30-minute drive, and people have been seeing, what they would say a white Sasquatch in this area.
You had
a lady allegedly had a dogman encounter not too far from here. It's just there. You don't have to be deep in the woods to experience weird stuff.
I think it was just a few years ago, less than 10 years ago. There was 2 or 3 sightings down in the Trinity River bottom south of Dallas.
There was, and in Dayton County.
Yeah,
not too far from UNT.
Yeah,
and that's not and we're naming out places, but
if you look on a map, you've got Dallas Fort Worth. It's called the Metroplex.
Yeah,
you're outside of Texas watching us.
DFW Metroplex. And just look at it.
Approaching 8 million people
and growing. People move here from all over the place, and we're growing.
Yeah.
However, you
can still drive, like right now, you can still be in downtown Fort Worth, 15-minute drive west, you're in the country.
Yeah, where me and my friends, something happened where it was weird, something paced us in the woods. You could see downtown Fort Worth, a city from where we were at. We were not in deep woods, deep forest. We weren't all the way out in
But you've got those little bitty, because we got the Brazos River, you've got so many other little bitty rivers, and you've got those little feeder creeks.
Yeah.
That are really from the creek bottom to the top. You've got 7, 8 foot, 10 foot.
Yeah.
And something can easily walk down there and just be into somebody's ranch in 5 minutes.
Easily. And as you guys can see from the video, that river that we were on does have that deep incline. So you can, I don't know how deep that water is.
I bet you that Sulphur River was probably 15, 20 foot deep.
Yeah, and
then you add the extra 10 feet probably from that was visible of the sand.
And if you're physically capable,
you're not. It's nothing. Everything. All of that riverside was just straight up.
Yeah.
You're not walking out of that.
Yeah, you're not. But something physically capable could probably just easily get in and out of there and treat it as a highway. So so we were there. We were there.
2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Came back,
and there was a couple trucks there, but if you watch in the video when I complained about someone rolling up, kid you not, there was an owl noise.
It was within seconds of us getting out of the car.
It was almost as if, and I'm not one to say like, hey, this has got to be a Bigfoot. I'm not saying that at all.
No, what we first heard was owls, straight up owls.
I don't even know that. It was so loud. It was loud. It was like, whoo! I can't even do. It was, and then it moved from here over here quickly, and it was kind of like, okay, well, that's could be.
It was enough to stop us.
We thought about it. We asked questions,
but there was two. To me, there was 3 little vocalizations that were clearly owls. There was something else behind it, a little bit further away that I was like, that what got my attention. That didn't do the hoot, hoot, hoot.
Right.
Hoot. It was more of just a solid whoo.
And then you start, at that point,
that's when I started taking pictures.
He just started snapping pictures, just to, snap pictures.
And that's when that stupid ass blue car showed up.
And then the blue car showed up. It was a car that was at the convention.
It was the FBI that was following us around.
It probably was. They were onto us.
Yep.
The damn government. The government knew we were on.
We were so close to finding Bigfoot.
They were like those two guys standing at the back of the conference
Yeah.
look way too cool.
Yeah, we were.
That guy's got a leather jacket with a hood on.
I mean, come on.
That guy looks badass, dude. Let's go.
This guy's got a rain jacket on that says Colonial.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Come on.
We're gonna follow those guys for sure. And if they get too close, we're gonna get really loud with.
We're gonna go
cars.
straight owl on them.
They pulled up and it drowned out whatever.
Yeah, immediately as soon as that car.
Yeah, and it stopped. And there was another sound we heard. And
yeah,
then we're like, hey, listen.
That one that was right after the
whoa. And then the gravel. And it was
like a Ford Escort.
It was
station wagon with no muffler.
It was a son of a bitch. It doesn't matter what model of car it was.
Bitch.
It was a son of a bitch. That's what it was.
Pissed me off, dude. Bitch.
And then that's when we did the rock clack.
Yeah, and so that's what happens. Yeah, I mean, we can summarize what hopefully y'all saw in the video. If you didn't, go back and watch the video.
Well, I'm just giving like a play-by-play of what we were hearing, because in the video it's like, we have to enhance it, but when you're hearing
it was so loud.
It was louder than
it shut us up. I mean, if you can watch the video, we're sitting there and I'm just filming the river.
Yeah.
And it was just, you hear, which I guess what was weird to me is that the video didn't pick up the train at the beginning.
Yeah, you can hear. Yeah, there was like, okay, so at the like you said, at the beginning there was a train.
I was filming the whole time. You heard with our ears a train. Yeah. But on video, the train is not.
You don't hear it at all. You can hear the train in the distance, like, then you hear this. Then you hear this over the train.
Yeah, and that's when it shut us up.
That's when we were like, do you hear that? And then we just started listening.
Once Shawn finally found a place to sit down.
Once I rested, well, I still had dirt in my eyes from the rock clap.
That's because you were trying to bust open flint.
I couldn't see. Well, he didn't say, hey, those were flint rocks, don't smash them together. He let me do it, and then, oh, yeah, it's flint rock. Anyway, we'll have a conversation about that off camera.
All right.
And then, so, we're still listening.
Flint.
We had a little bit more video of the sounds, and you couldn't hear anything. So
yeah, there was two or more because we left that little rocky area.
Yeah, we went back up to where
started just walking back up, and then it came back the exact same time. I have a little video, and you can hear it on the video, but if we probably tried to amplify the video, it's just going to be more.
Yeah, you just really can't hear anything.
So it was more faint. It was almost like it kind of moved away a little bit.
So we figured,
that's when we decided,
let's get closer.
And if you watch the video, this was after we walked down that road.
There was people camping.
Yeah, there was
and
4 RVs and at least 5 tents, and they were partying.
Yeah, they were. We went to the bathrooms and they were just being too loud, and we were like, hey, let's move over closer to the gun range, which earlier in the video you see the Arkansas sign, and we point to that path. Well, we moved over there, which was maybe 100 yards from the bathroom at this point.
Yeah, but that's when we didn't film anything. Where we filmed that second howl and that twig snap.
Yeah, we
were at the bathroom.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were.
No, we moved by the gun range.
No, we moved by the gun ranges when we didn't hear the. That's when we were by the gun range. We were by the bathroom when we heard the other howls in the twig.
That's right. Because we heard the grunt at.
What y'all didn't get on videos because
it stopped recording
so quick because the howl stopped. Here's our kitty cat. That's the asshole right there.
He said hi.
Hi. What y'all didn't hear is like when we moved from that bathroom, which was probably another. Well, it's when we parked. If you're watching the videos, where we parked originally, we parked, and for those that didn't watch the video, there's probably 50 yards between this little bathroom-like camping area to this old abandoned gun range. We parked there, trying to get closer to what we're hearing.
Yeah.
Because when we were at the river bottom, what we were hearing sounded like, I would say, a good mile and a half away.
Had to be. And it was coming kind of from the direction, when we were walking that road, it was coming from that way.
Yeah. But
and if we had
further towards the end of the road,
if we had kept walking,
because we still had another.
Dude, I don't know if I had it in me. I don't know if I had it in me to be at the end of the road and hearing that, dude. I would have.
I would have shit my pants.
Terry, I'm like, Terry, we're jumping in this river and we're floating to that boat ramp and we're gonna walk up and we're gonna. We're gonna go by the campers. And
I don't even swim and I will dog paddle all the way. I don't care.
I would have left you behind, Terry. I'm a good swimmer. I would have been Michael Phelps in it to the. I would be like, you just hang on, Terry.
I would have grabbed another stick like I did when I saw the boar.
You saw a boar. He grabbed one of the weakest sticks.
Yeah, there was. All right, so y'all didn't see this on the video because we saw the boar.
I thought I recorded that part, but I guess I didn't.
the boar was a lot bigger than what it looked like on video.
I don't care if the boar is the size of that kitten. I'm not taking chances.
And so I saw this log laying across the road, and so I pulled off what was a dead branch. I mean, it was a good thick branch, about like that.
It looked intimidating.
But it was dead. I mean, if I would have hit anything, it would have shattered in a million pieces. And Shawn says, "Why did you grab that? It's not going to work." I said, "It's not about working. It's about making me feel better." And so that's what I...
Meanwhile, I'm looking for wood. Like, man, which tree can I climb? There's no trees to climb.
No. I mean,
all the trees were like as thick as this, but like
we were more scared of a hog than we were finding a Bigfoot.
I was hoping, I was like, man, if we get attacked by this hog, hopefully Bigfoot comes out and saves us.
Oh no, I was hoping Bigfoot was like going to throw like some rock across the road and just nail that, and we caught like a what's the word I'm looking for?
Kill.
A kill, yes.
A kill.
A hunt.
A hunt.
But anyway, so back to the sound that we heard. So it's coming from that direction.
With that little sidetrack there.
Yeah. We're the kings of non sequiturs here.
Yeah, it's the shot that he gave.
Yeah, so where this road ends, you still have probably, I would say, another 500-600 acres before you actually get to the Texas state line.
It was quite...
We are very close to this Texas state line.
It was, yeah.
And that's... I mean, like I said, it's one of two things. It's something living, breathing, or somebody that has access to backwoods area that there are no roads to.
Yeah, someone
call blasting.
Could have possibly been someone call blasting.
It very well could have been. But if you look at the terrain, just go to Google Maps, find, I can't even remember what the little thing is, but it's Falk, Arkansas. Find this little Club 21 something or other. Mm-hmm. It's in that little area, and there's this little finger thing that you can see in Google Maps, and it ends to where people will kayak into the Sulphur River bottom.
Yeah, there was actually a kayakers passed us on the way to this place. So,
but we're taking a long way to get to what we heard when we finally moved to that, and it was probably 10:30 or so.
Yeah, it was getting late.
And it was the weirdest thing. It was the only time I've ever felt it. It was. I even told Shawn, I was like, "Dude, I'm feeling antsy because I've been calm all night and I was excited, and then all of a sudden I kind of got antsy and I was moving around like this. I was like, dude, my hair's standing up on edge, and I had a pullover on and two shirts on. I'm like, I'm feeling antsy. And then Shawn's like, yeah, really? Yeah, and then it was maybe about 5 minutes later. It couldn't have been, what would you say, 20, 30 yards from us? It was literally right across the road from us.
It seemed like we were sitting at your car, and to our left, it seemed like it was...
Like,
right there. Like,
and it was like...
and we both of our heads shut over. Of course, we're not recording. Both
of our phones were almost...
Because at this point, we don't hear...
We hadn't heard anything in 30
We haven't heard anything, so we're just being quiet just to wait till we can hear something else. And, of course, the next thing we hear...
it was just one time.
Yep.
It was so breathy. It was like...
Yeah, and it wasn't the cows or the bull going nuts.
No, and it wasn't super loud. No, it was just loud enough. We both immediately just turned and looked at each other and went, "Did you hear that?"
And there was at one point we saw something like shiny in the trees, and like shiny like metal, and it didn't look like eye shine. We were just kind of like, "What is that?" And we tried to do it again, and it just didn't happen again. It was very odd. Yeah, we just missed it. We weren't like, no, okay, there's nothing.
Yeah, and it was probably about 11 o'clock, and then we just like, all right. And right after that, when we heard that, and probably maybe 30 minutes later, we called it a night. It was almost midnight.
Yep.
Went back to Texarkana.
Yep.
We stayed at the Best Western. And just remember that it's a wall thermostat.
At the Best Western, which was the best Western we stayed at.
Oh, it was a great hotel. Great hotel.
Despite apparently there was like a shooting across at that softball.
Was there really?
Yeah, that's why I told. Whenever I came up and told you, like, yeah, something happened. There was a shooting at that softball tournament that happened.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Everybody was running.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
it was probably because what was that? What was the name of that liquor store that was across from us?
I don't even remember that liquor store.
Willie's something, Hot Willie's or something like that. It was so weird.
Someone stopped at Hot Willie's to get some booze.
Yeah.
Not us. We already came prepared. We came with our peach R&R whiskey.
That's right. We drank the entire bottle in a day.
But speaking of call blasting, why do you think someone would do that? Because this kind of goes into like the community of the cryptid community. Like, why do you think someone would go in there and randomly call blast?
Okay, this is my opinion. This is my hot take on call blasting. All right, so call blasting to me puts like a Bigfoot or something like that on maybe a little bit lesser brain capacity than us. Because I'm thinking if, like deer, you can call in a deer. Deer are stupid. They're very small brain.
Sure.
Very, very small brain. And
Well, they're
I've
pretty.
hunted deer my entire life, and I can say without a doubt, deer are stupid. They have their intelligence with, hey, they can hide and they can do all that stuff. But as far as the only time you're calling a deer is during mating season, and that's when the bucks are stupid. They're all about the women. That's what they're out for. So if
The buck.
yeah, he is the buck.
I'm the buck right there. See, I wore it on my shirt.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks.
I was thinking when you said mating season, I was like Twin Peaks came in my head. So,
yeah. And so if there's supposed to be something that's halfway intelligent, if we're out in the woods and somebody plays a sound recording of a person, 9 times out of 10 we're going to be able to tell that's somebody playing something.
Yeah, you can tell it's weird. Yeah, you probably can tell it's a recording.
Yeah, because you're going to be able to tell that the vocal tone,
Yeah,
the a live aspect of
yeah. Live
vocal.
voice does sound different than there's a whole different.
And if they're supposed to be a family group, if they're supposed to, be in a communal type thing,
yeah,
if you've got somebody showing up playing in California, playing from something you've heard in Ohio,
right.
those two should cancel each other out. Because if you're saying they're smart and they live in a communal area, if somebody comes in that sounds nothing like or has a vocal tone that you're used to,
Right.
why would you then respond to it?
Yeah, that frequency, like you said, you heard the
I had a really
Ohio.
good thought. I'm not sure if I explained it well.
No, you did. You did because you heard what you would consider the Ohio howl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now
And what we heard in Arkansas was nothing like the Ohio howl.
right, but if you're from another it's called the Ohio howl because it was recorded in Ohio.
Yeah, but
You also heard it here.
Maker.
You heard it here in Texas.
Yeah.
So do you think they have the same call? But if you're talking, it's like we're hearing your voice on a tape recorder. It sounds.
Oh yeah, I'm a hick.
Right. So you hear your voice back, it sounds different. Is that what you're trying to say? Is like okay?
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to. Yeah,
if I play the Ohio howl in Ohio in the same spot that it was recorded to that Bigfoot who did it, it might sound different. Like, hey, that sounds like me, but that's not me.
well, no, it's gonna sound. To me,
like something's up. It's a recording.
Yeah, because a recording is a recording. There's going to be ambient sound.
Right.
It's not going to be a live.
Well, you're sound blasting.
Yeah, you're sound blasting.
You're just trying to get the
You're trying to get that out there. I would rather somebody do it vocally, like what Finding Bigfoot. When Bobo would do it.
Right.
I would think you would have better luck doing that than call blasting.
Yeah, but you don't know the call blasting helps because it's sending the
so much further out.
right. The human lung capacity can only project the sound so far.
But you also have to think, okay, wonderful. I made somebody 3 miles away. How? I want somebody closer to me. How? I want somebody to hear a regular vocal tone.
Well, think about this. Say you and I have a community in the woods, and people speculate that we're out there, and we have a call, and someone does that call, but it doesn't 100% sound like you, but it does sound like you.
Yeah, I'm not going to respond to it.
I'm not responding to you. I'm going to get close.
I may go investigate, see what it is.
Exactly. So maybe let's say another friend of ours who is a part of our community,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
further away. He hears it. He responds back because he thinks it's you.
Yeah.
But you and I are closer, and we're like, well, that's not. That's not.
You're like, Fred, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Come on, goddamn it, Fred.
God damn it, Fred. Fred fucks up everything.
So the idea of call blasting has obviously came from the Bigfoot community.
Yeah, I mean, it's trial and error, and obviously it has worked. I mean, because there's you hear it.
Well, I think a lot of things have worked, but I don't think it takes long for them to catch on to things. You know.
Yeah. I think it's
because
if you're going to do a long-term investigation somewhere, to me, it's almost better to just go and sit.
And be quiet.
Yeah, not make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I mean, make your presence known.
Well, some people will argue that they already know you're in the woods before you're in the woods because they can read your mind and they can smell you and they have watchers. And
well, it's because the FBI has already
tips
got
them
their
off.
earpiece. Yeah.
Or pierce. They could
pierce.
have
It could,
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe a
that's how
satellite instead of a gold hoop. It's a satellite.
amplifies the signal.
That's right.
Boom. Bounce off that. Boom.
Boom.
And maybe the Bigfoot can hack into that frequency with their bigger. I don't know if that.
Well, it's because they're going to cloak.
And
then they'll go
turn to an orb of light.
And then go meet with the FBI agent on the UFO
And that
just left Roswell to get there.
And that brings me to the next segment, which is on this board.
Our call sheet.
Our call
we
sheet
are
here.
way off.
Yeah, we're not way off, dude. We talked about the video. We rambled, even though Ramble's down here. We got
the ramble.
We just rambled.
There's going to be some hot sports opinion when we get to the ramble.
We might have some.
We're going to piss some people off.
We could probably mix Guns Blazing with Ramble.
Well, that's the two things. Is like we're coming out guns and blazing.
We're coming out guns blazing because, like, the community, like, I don't 100%. I don't dismiss anything. I have an extremely open mind.
Now, I will dismiss some.
Terry's a little more conservative on this belief than I am, but
yeah, it's because I grew up in the country.
However, I do have to ask questions like, okay, if these things are able to cloak and able to turn orbs of light, or able to face through walls, or able to read your mind, why are they ever seen running across a road? So even if you see, like, why didn't Patty just distort the camera and then disappear, or right?
Yeah, because millimeter camera, they could have easily have messed with everything.
Oh no, the excuse would be there's 8mm is harder to fuck with because it's not digital, and digital is different than millimeters.
Maybe that's what it was.
And so, but even then, but how do you even know what a camera is? How do you know what a camera is? How do you know? You live in the woods. How do you know what a camera is? How do you know that you have to avoid a game camera? Because these things actively avoid game cameras. We know that. Or even cameras, people have activity around their house. If anybody tunes into Sasquatch Chronicles, Wes always says, put lights up and put cameras up. Your problem will be gone. And that tends to work. However, how do they even know what a camera is? I know what a camera is because I know what it does. I know what a camera is. I know it takes pictures. I know it records my face and my image. And people can take my face and my image and share it. How do they know that? Isn't that weird? Like, no one's ever. I asked Bear one time on Facebook, like, why do they avoid game cameras? Well, they don't like the smell of boogers. Don't like the smell of what humans touch. Well, why are they going up to humans' houses and eating out of humans' refrigerators on their porch and their barns and at campgrounds, rummaging through their coolers if they don't like the smell of humans? But they seem to know how to avoid the front of a game camera. Like, am I the only? I can't be the only person that's thought that. Something's up. Something's weird. Someone had to have told them or taught them or showed them what a camera does for them to know to avoid it. At least that's my opinion. I don't think these things can read your mind.
No, I don't think so.
Can you read my mind? Can you read my mind, Mosiah? Can you read my mind? If you could have read my mind, you wouldn't know those machine gun fire kisses were coming to your forehead.
Oh.
I was just ranting onto the camera here about like how if you put up a camera and Bigfoot knows to avoid the camera, how does it know to? And then but if it can turn into an orb of light and it can phase into dimensions and multi-dimensional and it can cloak, why doesn't it just do this anytime?
Right.
Why is it running across a trail in front of somebody?
I was going to say something that's not very politically correct.
Wait.
Well, never mind. I'm not even going to say it.
This is going on YouTube.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay,
I will just say that my personal belief is that I don't think there is anything supernatural with Bigfoot. I haven't seen that yet. To me, at this point in time, in my research and what I've heard, what I've seen, I still think it's some type of primate. I haven't crossed over to aliens drop them off in the forest and they can cloak, because there's nothing right now in the natural world.
Octopus.
Besides an octopus.
Chameleons.
Okay, they live underwater.
Yeah, but they can cloak. They can camouflage. Almost like you can't. If you don't see a deer move its ears, you don't see a deer. Like hunters will tell you they look out for deer moving their ears because deer can blend in. And
well, yes, it's because it's their natural camouflage.
If you're
okay, yes, I'm not talking about natural camouflage. That's a thing. I'm talking about if I can stand right in front of you,
octopus
and do a predator.
Octopus can literally
but they can only
turn into their almost. Octopus can be
They
smooth.
can look like coral.
Exactly.
But if you look at it long enough, you can still see it's an octopus.
Yeah, if you
the way these people talk is they will, and when they do it, they're still.
Sure.
The way that people talk that Bigfoot cloak is they will walk around and you see a predator shape walking around in the woods. I'm sorry, my mind can't get there right now.
It's hard.
I can't accept that at this point in time.
It is really hard to wrap your brain around that because
I'm still that it is a primate.
If let's say Bigfoot could do that, right? Why is that Bigfoot doing it, but not the other Bigfoot?
That's my point.
And
if it's because every octopus can cloak itself and can do the manipulation, anything that can blend into its surroundings, do it. Why would something in BFE, South Carolina, make itself look like a sapling cedar tree, but Patty just going to walk out in the middle of the field?
Right.
I'm sorry, I can't.
And if they can tell when you're coming, they know when you're there. Like
they talk to you telepathically.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sorry. Until I have that experience, I can just go off to me how my mind processes.
Seeing is believing. I get it.
And the way that the majority of experiences happen are all primate related.
Right.
They run you out of places.
Right.
They will do a bluff charge.
Right.
Because 9 times when you hear somebody's like, I was run out of the woods
because
I was followed.
Even people that like have this woo mindset, they still equate them to primates more than they do humans.
Yeah.
But then they'll also say like, well, they're a type of human, then describe a gorilla or chimpanzee acts. And or like they even say pods. There are pods of them. Blah blah blah. Well, you're still talking about if I just didn't know you're talking about Bigfoot, it sounds like you're talking about some primate in the woods, or in the jungle, like a gorilla or chimpanzees. That's the people with the woo aspect.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that whole supernatural part of Bigfoot.
Yeah, I have an extremely open mind.
If I see it happen, then okay. I can only go from just the limited experience I've got.
Right, and I don't want to like discount anybody's encounter or experience like that. Because weird stuff does happen.
It does.
Even with other humans, weird stuff happens. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not going to discount anybody's encounter because I've seen some things that are just crazy. Some things in my family has experienced some crazy things, and again, one day we'll get into that a little bit more, but not today.
Yeah, it's just one. Yeah, it's where I'm at right now in my journey.
And you're allowed to think and believe that, and I respect that. Like, no, you need a little bit more. I need a little bit more evidence because I'm asking questions too. It's like I'm willing to be open minded about this. I'm willing to believe that you saw this thing cloak right in front of you. However, why would that do that? Right in front of you, for what reason? Like why not?
Yeah, why would it let you see it?
Yeah, then cloak.
And then cloak.
All right.
I mean, I guess you maybe surprise it.
Right.
And then that's a defense mechanism.
But then there's other people who surprise them and they run. And there's one video which I think is an authentic video where a guy he's like running and he's like get inside to his kid and he chases this Bigfoot in the woods and you can hear it grunt at him. I believe that. I think that's authentic video. Well, why didn't he just cloak and disappear, or turn into an orb of light, or step into a portal, or another dimension? If these things are capable of doing that on the whim, why didn't that happen?
To me, then that comes back to everybody trying to say that they are a highly intelligent.
Wait a second, everybody. Hold on a second. Are you about to down Bigfoot for not being a highly intelligent being, and you didn't bring me back over a Bud Light?
No, that was yours. I was just wanted to sit down.
That's what I thought.
I wanted to say hi to the people before. I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, Bigfoot would have brought me a beer. Bigfoot would have read my mind and known, hey, get me a beer as well.
Well,
but no, not Terry, not my best friend, who I've known for 6 months. No, I'm kidding. 6. It's been like
9.
9 months. Not years. Anyway, you're about to ramble on about something.
No, well, it's
We're at the guns blazing.
Oh yeah, we're guns blazing right now.
And rambling.
Oh yeah, this is the free for all.
Pew pew, yeah. Pew pew.
Now, you can't have it both ways, in my opinion. It's because a lot of people, to me, if you're going to cloak, then you are a very sentient being. Like, you know what is going on. You're highly intelligent. You know why you need to do what you need to do, why you need to hide. But at the same time, like you said, why is one crossing the road in front of somebody?
Right. It's like they and I can't brag about the man more than enough. Wes Germer, Sasquatch Chronicles. He always asks every person.
I still haven't listened to him yet.
I will listen to him tonight after we're done here because it's Friday night.
Because I'm not going to pay for a podcast.
Dude, I gave you my login.
I don't remember it.
Anyway, you remember the Discovery Plus login and every other login.
Well, because the password was awesome.
Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about the password. Anyway, well, obviously we're not talking about the password because
there's nothing good on Discovery Plus now.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. But
if they've come to us, we're turning them down.
We know because we'll be the only good thing on Discovery.
Oh, that's right.
We'll be the only good thing on them.
We'll give you like the Ghost Adventures of Discovery Plus.
Ghost Adventures, because we're going to do ghost stuff too, not just Bigfoot.
Yeah, if anybody has any ghost stuff, put it down in the comments. We will investigate anything supernatural.
In Texas.
We're not just Bigfoot.
In Texas.
Our southern Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana.
Let's calm down. We're called Lone Star Supernatural for a reason. Okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We can't overburden ourselves. I don't need Discovery Plus down my throat right now. Okay, dude? I got a lot going on. My drive shaft just broke.
Eventually,
kids are going back to school. I can't do Discovery Plus and all that.
Right now, we're Lone Star Supernatural.
Right now.
Hopefully, we can do. We hope to expand to Southwest.
No, we can do Lone Star Supernatural Plus. We'll put a plus at the end of it because that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, so you just spit all over yourself.
That's the plus.
I hope everybody's. That's
a part of the plus.
That's what you get with your paid.
That's what you get with your plus subscription. My spit flying out of my mouth, filtering through my mustache a little bit.
Maybe that's what helped get the howl in Boggy Creek because I videoed your spit right before the howl.
I did spit because the fucking flint.
You're like going, that's what a man does.
The flint got in my eyes. I spit. And then they were like, "Oh, it was female Bigfoot, dude."
She was.
I can't blame her.
Yeah,
I can't blame her.
All that masculine pheromones coming out of your spit.
She saw the. I'm trying to bounce my pecs, and it's not happening right now. It's not happening. I'll do it later.
I can jump up and down and flex mine.
It's fine. We'll
That's more fat than muscle.
I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter.
I'm 50. I don't care.
We're talking about Bigfoot cryptids and anyway.
What were we talking about?
Wes Germer, Sasquatch Chronicles. One thing that he does say, we got sidetracked. That was rambling. We're in the rambling section. I guess we're a little over time, but we can go for a few more minutes. Before
How long is that going to take to upload?
I have no idea. We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's right.
Because I got to still do the intro and then the outro.
Yeah, we got to find out some intro music. But anyway, like we were saying,
anybody
that has anything supernatural, just put in the comments.
Yeah, we were also saying that too. I do remember that.
But anyway, so back to you.
Yeah, he always asks, "What do you think Bigfoot is?" And he also says he's like every time I get an answer, there's another question gets raised. It's like he goes, "These things are capable of doing weird things." Allegedly, but then again, they run across the road in front of a car. Like, why would they do that? And I don't think they're trying to make a car crash. If they want to make a car crash, then
just stand there.
Or
because they're going to swerve.
Or if you're strong enough to rip out a fucking tree, because you're going to make the car crash anyway, right?
You know? Well, yeah. I mean, if somebody's driving down a dark road,
right,
and you're just going to stand there, the person's not just going to play chicken with you.
Yeah, they're going to
swerve.
Yeah,
and then you could go back to your friends and go, another one.
Exactly. So if the goal is to make someone crash. What is that goal?
That's what stops me from believing in the whole cloaking.
They want to avoid us, but then also at the same time they go.
But also they want to come and interact with us,
and then bang on houses and then stuff like that. It's just there's so many questions.
There's so much contradiction in this field, and what gets me and what makes me mad about this field is there's so many absolutes. It is this is what they do. You're stupid if you believe this.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Nobody, and the people that call themselves experts.
There's no experts.
There's no Jane Goodall.
There's no
Bigfoot.
No, even Jane Goodall's like, there's a possibility this thing exists.
And this woman lived with primates for 30 years.
Right, and she's no expert in Bigfoot.
This is probably defamation, but I'm pretty sure she probably had sex with one of the chimps. 30 years in the jungle. I'm just saying.
Is it Tarzan's girlfriend named Jane?
See? This is the kind of hot sports opinions you get on this channel.
Bro, I just saw FBI text you, said, hey, dude.
Shut up.
Shut up, you're on to too much.
See?
We just blew the lid off it. This is another
Yes, we did. This is a whole nother
Everything else happening in the world is distraction. Bigfoot, distraction.
Yep.
That's the truth.
And what Jane Goodall and her chimp sex. Where I'm going with this. But anyway, I'm just saying there's no experts. That's the point I was trying to
anyway.
There's no experts. Because nobody has sat with a family of Bigfoots. Or do we call them big feet? What's the plural of Bigfoot? Is it like deer? Is it just Bigfoot?
Sasquatch, it's plural.
Sasquatch, do you spell it with an ES?
No,
it's just an S.
Sasquatch is already plural, like deer.
Well, that's what I just asked.
Bigfoot would be big feet.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Because that would imply they have more than 1 foot. Or more than 2 feet.
No,
big
not.
Feet.
It's like moose and meese. Like there's no geese. Goose, geese.
So you would just call them Bigfoot,
moose,
big feet.
But you don't call it. You don't call a goose a geese or goose.
Yeah,
geese,
you do.
But you don't call moose meese.
No,
right?
So why would you call them big feet instead of Bigfoot?
No,
there's a bunch of Bigfoot over there.
But it depends on the grammar you're using. Like there are a ton of Bigfoot out there.
Yeah.
Well, I was assaulted by a bunch of Bigfoot. You don't say big feet.
I know, that's my point. I'm arguing.
Oh shit! Okay, so I see. Yeah, I'm coming back around.
You were saying if there was big feet.
I thought you were saying the other way around. No. Okay, cool. All right, we're on the same page again.
Rambling.
See. Well, anyway.
This is the kind of, you see right now.
The Jane Goodall thing, I don't know how to come back from that.
Yeah, that kind of took us down a dark turn.
It did. I don't want to have to edit that out.
I know, now her family's probably going to sue me for defamation.
No one's going to see this.
No.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Our 32 subscribers may say different.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all keep it quiet. Shh.
These idiots went viral because...
My Jane Goodall.
Man, cowboy.
We could probably have Bigfoot sitting in the chair next to us. We're going viral because I said Jane Goodall screwed a chimp.
Jane Goodall banged a chimp.
And we could have Bigfoot sitting right here.
Jane Goodall's hiding her face because it's true. It ends up being true. It's like, oh shit.
She's dead now. So.
Oh, is she really?
Oh yeah.
When did she die?
Like 10 years ago.
No shit.
Maybe 5.
It wasn't that long ago. She's still
dead
alive
now.
She's still alive.
Use my phone because
No, we'll use my computer that I have right in front of us. And I'm going to pull this
up. Hello to IFBI. Ooh. Let me try that again.
Jane Goodall.
She's dead.
89 years old. She's still alive.
What?
Dude, she's 89.
I take back everything I said about Jane Goodall.
Pillar
of our community. She in no way had any type of relations with chimps, but professional.
Maybe some of the men she was with were like chimps. I just realized I was off camera for a good chunk of that. I was like leaning.
Oh yeah.
And I was leaning. Oh dude, I just realized that.
You've been off camera all night.
Oh shit, man. We put the. Oh well, you know what? We're rolling with it. I just realized I was off camera because I forgot we moved the camera.
Yeah, because you've been leaning back this whole. How far?
Not the entire time because I was doing this for a while.
Yeah, you were leaning
and like
back.
the last 20 minutes, I was like, you know what? They can still see me, and I was like,
no, you've been leaning about like that.
Okay,
yeah, you've been good.
Well, how are they not? How was I?
You haven't been. Well, you were off camera here.
How? I'm still on camera.
That's what I'm saying.
How was I just off camera 2 seconds ago though? Dude, we just. Oh my god, what is happening?
You cloaked.
I cloaked. Half of my body cloaked. It's mirrored. Anyway, well. We're not getting sued. So
no, we're not. So
Jane Goodall, look how pretty she used to be, though.
Oh, she was gorgeous.
Oh my god, she was look at those eyes, dude. My goodness.
I'm telling you.
If I was a chimp, I would bang her.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Look at those eyes. That says.
That's like a come here chimp looking eye.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Sitting out there looking all sultry.
Yeah. Look at that. She's not even posing. That's just natural.
No, it's just natural.
That's just natural. She even look how cute she looks as an old lady. Oh my god, she's so.
I bet you she stinks though.
All right. Well, anybody, Thank you for watching our
just ramble
video.
We didn't really set fire to anything.
We were supposed to go out to the field tonight, but it was too hot.
Yeah, because we actually bought a FLIR.
The FLIR camera.
We have a FLIR. But with the temperatures here in Texas, it was... We put Shawn in front of a bush, and we were doing a white hot.
Yeah.
His clothes were colder than anything else around.
Yeah, it's just been...
So unless Bigfoot's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, we ain't seeing him.
Which has allegedly been reported before.
Do we wear jorts or just regular shorts?
Like a flannel shirt and some jeans or something like that. That's what I was.
Wow,
that's what
I've never heard that.
I've come across that in my journeys on YouTube and stuff.
Wow.
So I can't say
See,
for
people
sure.
like that need to be just kicked out of the community.
I don't know. Maybe they're telling the truth, but it's like, man, no one's gonna believe me when I tell them this. Like, imagine. But imagine
is
this.
they'll take a picture and they'll make 7 circles in the woods
7
and then
red.
draw shorts on him.
But imagine this though, like you're a part of the community of crazy people already. Everybody's already crazy. No one believes what you believe. Like
I did see a poll. There's a poll out
What?
that there is now. I think it's 35 to 45% of the population believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah, and aliens or something like that.
Yeah.
However,
that's a lot higher than what it used to be.
yeah, but however, if you're in a Facebook group, you're like 2,000-3,000. I've seen some Facebook groups that are 15,000+. However, you're still in a minority here.
Oh yeah,
right.
That still means
and you already believe
75 to 80% of the population believes you're a fucking nut.
Right. And so if you're telling an honest truth about something even crazier, and no one believes you in that crazy group, it's like I don't need it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna tell them I saw Bigfoot wearing clothes.
Yeah, just gonna tell
and I'm gonna see it.
Buying a Reese's peanut butter blizzard at Dairy Queen.
I'm telling y'all, I saw him wearing some clothes, and he was getting a case of Bud Light because he's a supporter of Bud Light.
I'd be like, Bigfoot, is that you?
Yeah, I knew it was you.
God damn you, Bigfoot.
Yeah, I knew it was you the entire time.
I got $3.50. I walked up to Bigfoot and he says, "Give me $3.50."
You know what? Why does Bigfoot have that accent, though?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I saw it on South Park.
Yeah, okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in.
I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight about Terry and I. We have there's a lot of exciting stuff we want to bring you guys.
There's going to be a lot more stuff. So
I feel like we have some good ideas. Just look at the camera.
Oh, up there.
I'm looking over here because I'm the one in control.
I'm looking over there. I'm like, going at him.
Don't look at that. Look at the camera. Just look at the camera.
I'm trying to get my good side. Which one's my good side? Is it this one or this one?
That one.
That one?
Yep. Just keep it there. Keep it there.
Peace out, everybody.
All right, everybody. Terry's good side is up. And, we got some good stuff coming. And stay tuned. Terry, good side.
Oh, sorry.
We got some good stuff coming. Hope you guys enjoy the ride.
We love you all.
Love everybody.
Thank you for our 32 subscribers.
Thank you. And also thank you, Jane Goodall.